Does spending more money make your music better? Yeah. At least that's what I thought before I started working on this video. You see, I've been using the love of my life, FL Studio, since I was about 14. But even with the Black Friday discount going on right now, the version of FL I have is still $200. And $200 is pretty expensive for someone who's starting out music. Wait, then how did you afford it when you were 14?
Gather up all of the crew, it's time to...
So I decided to make two different beats. One in bandlab, which is a free DAW, and another one in the beautiful work of art DAW that is FL Studio, to see does spending money actually make your music better. Whoa, this is pretty dramatic. Yeah, it seems like it's about to be a good video. Yeah man, I'm really excited to watch the video. Yeah guys, we should definitely all subscribe to this game. One last thing, I don't want to make this intro any longer, but just in case you don't know what a DAW is, it's basically a music making software where you could click silly little buttons, and those buttons you press turn into cool sounds. Think of it kind of like a video editor, but for music. Alright, now let's go to... Generally, once you learn one DAW, it's fairly easy to pick up other DAWs as well. So getting started was pretty simple. Or so I thought. Cause after playing around with the piano a little bit, I realized that I didn't know how to put what I played into the playlist. And as embarrassing as it is to admit this, the next 4 minutes of this footage is me trying to figure out how to do that. Just to find out that all I had to do is click this button right here. After I figured that out, I laid down these chords. But I didn't want to just use the basic piano sounds because I wanted to see what other kind of sounds bandlab had. And I actually really liked bandlab's sound selection menu. When you first open FL, you kinda have a blank slate. And when you look for sounds, you're met with all these different choices. But here, all the sounds are categorized into different instruments. And it's really easy to find what you're looking for due to the simple layout. To play the devil's advocate though, sometimes having too many choices can be a good thing. And you'll see an example of that very soon. But for now, I selected the atmosphere pad, which made my chords sound like this. And once I learned how to use the MIDI and sound menu, putting down the rest of the melody was pretty simple. There was this one, and also this one. I kept both of the melodies fairly simple, and that's because I believe simplicity is key, and definitely not because the MIDI editor was janky as hell and I couldn't place the notes how I wanted to. Anyway, that's actually kind of a small issue compared to what I'm about to talk about next, which is the effects tab. I don't like this thing. Okay, let's get the good out of the way. It has the bare minimum. And now the bad. I swear this tab was teasing me and touching me inappropriately the whole time. I was trying to add an equalizer, and these are the equalizers they had. And I was thinking to myself, man, I wish they had a visual equalizer so I could actually see the frequencies and edit my audio that way. Then I scroll up a little bit and oh, they do have a visual equalizer. It's just that I have to pay them $15 a month to actually use it. Hey guys, why is it there if I can't use it? And this happened with multiple different effects where they had the modern version but still force you to use an older version just because you are using their free product for free. Anyway, bandlab does kinda save itself with this drum machine. Not only is there a lot of sounds to pick from, but the sounds are also from many different genres. Whereas in FL, most of the default drums are catered towards EDM. So it's nice that you have more of a choice here without having to download or buy a kit from online. Anyway, I picked some drums that I liked and put down a drum pattern. And that was the beat. I'm about to play it. Let me know if you guys are excited. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're excited. Hey, you come here often? When I opened FL Studio and heard this startup sound, there was genuinely a tear of happiness running down my face. and my pen. Anyway, I decided to use this sample for this section because other than the MIDI editor just feeling smoother, there isn't much of a difference in the layout, so the melody making process would practically be the same. Instead, I wanted to show you guys the differences, and the main difference I noticed was the amount of detail you can go into. Let me show you what I mean. So this is the sample I used. First of all, you could use the inbuilt stem splitter to separate the vocals and the melody from the sample so you could edit them both individually. Then, let's say you want to add effects to only a certain part of the vocal, not the whole thing, you could also do that by automating the effects. And you can even combine effects with each other to make it sound like literally whatever you want. So you can make the same thing sound 1,000 different ways just because of how much there is to add. And none of what I described is anything advanced. Like, you could probably learn this within your first 2 weeks of using FL. So imagine all the actual crazy shit that you can do. But does all of this actually make your music sound better? I'm gonna let you listen to the second beat I made with FL Studio, and I'll share my thoughts afterwards. So to answer the question of will spending money actually make your music better? If you're someone who's just starting out making music, fuck no. When you're a beginner, whether you spend $0 or 1,000, you still have the same skill set. Even with all of these different effects, you're probably just not gonna know what to do with them. But if you are someone who is more experienced, then yeah, it will make your music better because it will give you more freedom to experiment and do whatever you want. And if you're watching this and you don't make music, I'm just gonna assume you're watching this because you're madly in love with me. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.